What happens at the time of death? That question is answered by Sri Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tyajan deham kalevaram tam tam avapaiti kaunteya. So Krishna says, Bhagavad Gita, whatever you think at the time of death, that becomes your thought for the next life. What thought comes to our life? What thought comes to our mind at the time of death? Normally, what is most important will come to. Most important is throughout. If you take life as a complete life as a book, the last chapter is the summary. Like the summary of life comes at the time of death. How I lived my life, the summary of that will come. Right? So that summary, there's a summarization happens at the time of death. It's called review at the time of death. They call it review. What happens in the review? In Puranas, it's mentioned that the jiva will be taken to Yamadharmaraya. And Chitragupta are the assistants of Yamadharmaraya. They will read out what all this jiva has done. Then jiva will experience whatever he has done. Then punishment is not given by Yamadharmaraya. Jiva will say, I have done this, I should not have done this. I want to experience life, this part of life. So that's why the jiva takes next life. That's what it says. So what happens this is called review at the time of death. Actually, in Puranas, it said that jiva dies and goes to Yamadharmaraya. In fact, it will happen just at the last moment of last breath. Within a few seconds, it will happen. Life review happens. In life review, you will go through all life incidents, major life incidences, and you will put yourself in the position of the others. If you have hurt somebody, you will put yourself in the position of the person who is hurt. Okay, you will see the life in different viewpoints. If you have helped somebody, you'll see the life from the viewpoint of somebody who is helped. If you have hurt somebody, you'll see the life in the point of view of somebody who's hurt. So why this happens? Because based on Advaitic teaching, self alone is there. There are no others. So when I say I have hurt others, in reality, I am hurting myself in the form of others. There are no others. So now, if I do something to others, something to myself, not knowingly, unconsciously that it's not for myself, then it will come back to me. That's the meaning of karma. Karma is not a punishment as such. Karma is what I do to others will come back to me. Because there are no others. It's only myself. So that's like I hit myself. The pain will be there for myself only. Nobody is punishing me. So karma is not a punishment. People misunderstand karma as a punishment. Yamadharmara is giving punishment. It is not true. So this is told from the lower viewpoint. From the higher viewpoint, karma is not a punishment. Karma is experiencing our own actions from a different point of view. Let us say X hurts Y. In Vedanta perspective, Advaita perspective, there's no X and Y. There's only Brahman, only one awareness. So X is hurting Y unconsciously because thinking that Y is somebody. But in reality, Y is nothing but X. So what you did to yourself, you'll start feeling the pain. That is the meaning of karma. And what you learn from that, you will have to implement in your life to improve your understanding of life. So karma is not a punishment. Karma and this concept of sin and merit, it is not Sanatana Dharma concept. It is there at the lower level, at the Advaita level, duality level. But at a higher level of understanding, the karma is nothing but action and reaction where there's no others.
Eating myself is a punishment of it. It's not learning thing.
No, wait a minute.
Yes. The only thing is I have set a timer. This pain should come back after 5 years.
I'm saying hitting yourself, there's no third person coming and hitting you. The pain is, there's nobody is sitting and judgment and hitting you. There's no other.
Sense is punishment or this, because it causes pain.
Essentially, it causes pain, but it is not a third party is watching and doing something for you. There's nobody. I am only doing to myself.
Still it can be punishment.
That's a learning, no? We are learning for you to come out of unconsciousness. Why will you hit yourself? Unconsciously. So now it has to come to consciousness. So that learning from unconscious to conscious movement is called karma. So that's the meaning of tamasoma jyotirgamaya. From darkness, you have to come to light. So darkness is what? My unconscious. From unconscious, I have to coming out. So karma is a mechanism for me to help to come to from unconscious to consciousness. That's what we do. So now this review happens where you put yourself in the position of a other person and see life. Then a last thought comes. Oh, I should have done this or I should not have done this. That last thought will take you to next life. That's why that's the meaning of yam vapis manan bhavam tejante kalayaram tantam avapniti kaunteya. That's why what you have to do, we have to try to, given life opportunity, we have to try to settle all the karmic impressions as much as possible. We should not carry forward anything. So this is the meaning of forgive and forget. We are not forgiving anybody. Okay? Somebody is there in our head as an image. Ultimately, let's say I have hurt somebody or somebody hurt me. Constantly we are remembering and we are interacting with the image of the person in our head. The person has changed. The situation has changed. So in reality, I'm interacting with the image of myself with the image of somebody. So a time will come where forgive and forget, because you are forgiving yourself in the process. Otherwise, you are hurting constantly yourself. There's no other person. So suppose, let's say there's a person who hurt you 10 years back. Again and again, if you remember and get hurt, there's no more person. You are hurting yourself. Whom are you forgiving? And whom are you forgetting? The person is gone. The only memory is there, image is there. That image you have to remember from mind. That's called forgive and forget. In the process, you are forgiving yourself because you are hurting constantly again and again yourself in the process.
So when Chitragupta is showing that the person is feeling from the other side, so he's forgiving and forgetting.
No, he sees other side, and karmic account is not settled in this lifetime. Right? Karmic account is settled. There's no take and give and take. So karmic account is not settled. I'll settle the karmic account. That's why next birth will take place with the predominant thought process.
He is only choosing that.
The thought comes, oh, this I have not done. So this is where what we call as concept of runanubandha. Have you heard of this word called runanubandha? Runa means loan. Anubandha means bond. The relationship comes because of runanubandha. Okay. This very important understanding called runanubandha. When we take a loan from somebody, we are morally obliged to return the loan. There are people who don't return the loan. That's a different thing. Because if you take money or help from somebody, you are bound to give it back. That is a moral code for all of us, right? All of us will follow. If I take money from you, 5 rupees, you feel I want to give back. Is it or not? In money, or somebody has helped you, I'm morally bound to help you back. Is this what is there in our consciousness? Okay. So similarly, everything we receive in life, we created debt. I have to give it back. Are you getting what I'm saying? We receive something or we create a karmic debt. Karmic debt happens 2 ways. Somebody helped you. Okay. So then that you have to return the help. You hurt somebody, you want to amend that because it's only yourself. So that's a karmic debt. Or somebody hurt you, you want to show that person that you have to return back to the person. It's called karmic debt. The karmic debt is called Runa Anubandha. Our Sanatana Dharma says our life, everything we happen in life is Runa Anubandha. So when we are born in some place, we say you had a runanabandha for that place. You were there in the place earlier. Okay, you have to give something or take something from that place. That's why place has runanabandha. Your relationships have a runanabandha. Okay, your friends, your husband, your wife, your children, your family members. There's a runanabandha which is there, which they have come to settle. It can be hurting each other or it can be helping each other. Some runanabandha has to be settled out. Okay. So now this review happens at the time of death. It's called death review at the time of death in English language. In Purana, it's called review happens in front of Yamadharmaraya. And the soul chooses next destination or last thought based on that. Last thought becomes the first thought for the next birth. This is, and while we are living in the world, we have to settle Brahman as much as possible. That's why we are there. Because universe is like a university. In the university of life, only thing which happens in university is learning lessons of karma. Nothing else is there to learn. Karma, karma phala, and get rid of adnana. There's nothing else to learn. So for learning to happen, we take many, many lifetimes because learning will not happen quickly. Learning will happen when only with this conscious. We become conscious and aware of what's happening within us. But our conscious, unconscious portion is 95%, conscious portion is 5%. So gradual spiritual evolution means our unconscious become more and more conscious. 5% will start increasing. We become more and more aware of our unconscious behaviors, unconscious patterns. And we come out of them gradually and we settle karmic debt. When I say Pancha Yadnas have to be done, Deva Yadna, Pitra Yadna, Manushya Yadna, Bhuta Yadna, Rishi Yadna, all of us have to do. Yadna is actually we are trying to settle the karmic debt. Deva Yadna means Devatas are taking care of my life. So I am settling a karmic debt with them by offering my gratitude. Rishi Yadna means Rishis have given me Atma Dana. I am settling their debt, karmic debt, by offering the teaching of Rishis to others. It's called Rishi Yadna. Bhuta Yadna means my life, everyday life depends on so many animals. The debt is created for them. The debt I am trying to settle down. Pitra Yadna means for Pitrus, ancestors, they have given me life, I am settling their debt. That's called Yadna. Manushya Yadna means my one life of me depends on so many human beings. I have to settle their account. In reality, we can never settle because what we receive is much larger than what we can give. Okay, we do a little bit effort. Intention is recognized by the universe. Okay, this person is doing some little bit effort. Let us settle down. So that's about life. And then about our relationships. All relationships are what I say is runanabandha. This person is hurting me in this relationship. This person is hurting me. So now I don't know whether I hurt this person last life or this fresh runanabandha is being created. Right? So, yeah, for all you know, I would have hurt that person in last life. That is coming back in this life. So now the question comes, when does the runanabandha get settled down? When the runanabandha gets settled down, there's no bitterness, there's no give and take carried forward at the end of life. That means there's nothing left in the mind, wiped out about that relationship. There's neutrality is there at the end of life. Are you getting what I'm saying? So if there's something which is pending at that this thing, that means karmic debt has unsettled. Something has to be given or something has to be taken back. It may be a good thing to be given. It may be some helping something or it may be hurting something. Something is pending. That thought process will come at the time of death. Our spiritual journeys means what? Forgive, forget, clear the karmic debt mentally. If I have to give somebody, give somebody. If I have to hurt somebody, forgive him, forget him. Do not carry forward to next life. This is called spiritual journey. Runanabandha concept is clear? How karma affects our life, is it clear? And what happens at the time of death is clear, right? What happens at times, it will be less than half a second. But in the half second, whole life will be reviewed. It's like when I go to a dream, in half a second dream, I'm born, get married, and die. Entire life is gone. In half a second, entire life review is done. This is told by many people who are through hypno-regression and all. They told that life review happens at the time of death. In Purana, it is just told that Yamadharma, in front of Yamadharma, review will happen. And ultimately, Yamadharma is not there to punish you. Nobody is there to punish you. Finally, based on what you have done, because you are Atma, you will take a decision. Oh, this is what lesson I have to learn. This is what I heard. I have to experience the hurt. This is what I have to give. I have to get back. Like that, these are the lessons. This is what happens at the time of death. Any questions? Are you clear? You can stop. So, what we should do is, as far as when we are alive, we should try to get rid of all our karmic connections as much as possible. It's not by running away, by forgiving, forgetting, and giving back whatever I have received to the extent what is possible. But really, the freedom from karma comes not by giving and taking. It comes from jnana. So, settle karmic accounts, give jnana. So, what I'm trying to do right now, I'm trying to settle my karmic account, what my gurus have given, jnana. Okay, I can never repay. It's infinite. But by giving to others, by giving to society, I'm trying to repay the Rishi Runa. Okay. If I don't repay the Rishi Runa, to pay the Rishi Runa, I have to take another birth. It becomes debt. So my teaching of so much of teaching what has happened, every day I do it out of gratitude for what I have received. So a life of karma, do not be afraid of karma. Convert this into a life of gratitude. I got a human birth. I have got so much of facility. It's a gratitude. And I have come here to learn, study, learn karmic lessons. Let me complete my karmic lessons and clear out all the lessons as much as possible to the best of my ability. And that will clean my slate. Clean slate of, when I go from the world, I'll go with a clean slate. And with jnana. So that is the learning which you have to do. Life is about learning. Are we clear? Stop. Any questions?